This is going to be short and sweet because I got to be honest, I'm struggling. I can't stop seeing through the illusion. Like, I can't. I had somebody telling me yesterday, well, you just have to just kind of play along. And I can't play along. I cannot play along anymore. And everything I see through it. And it is like, it's fucking with my head. This morning, one thing, and somebody who doesn't see through stuff, it's going to sound like, oh my God, you make so much out of nothing. But when you can see through it, you see like the connection, you see it. Like, so, for one thing, I was like, oh my God, I turned on a show, a movie. I was trying to find something to watch, and it was some old movie. It had Brian Dennehy, I think is how you say his name. And, it was an older kind of movie. And so I thought, oh, this would be good. And it was a true story, kind of lifetimey kind of thing. But the first 15 minutes, I turned it off. I couldn't keep going. The first 15 minutes was just showing how corrupt these small town cops were and the abuse they did to this kid when his mom was murdered. It was like, oh my God. I was like, I can't take this. This is horrible. And I had just seen, oh my God, Stella, stop, please. I had just seen, please, I'm doing something. Stop. I had just seen another show. Oh, what was it? Another show that was showing about small time corruption. And it was after, I had just watched that freaking vegan, whatever that damn show is on Netflix. If you want to watch something that just bums you out, watch that. But it was something else I had seen about the corruption in the with police, and then I put that on this morning. It was like really drilling it right into my head. Like, my God, how can I just sit here and be okay with it all the time, to just see how corrupt these people are, like how horrible that they treat human beings, who are struggling in this world. So I was just like, oh my God, I can't take it. So I just put on music and decided to go take a bath. I'm going to go soak or something. And when I got in there, hold on, my throat is, all of a sudden, it just like, I felt like something attacked my throat. Hold on. Oh my God, that's always a horrible feeling. So I decided I'm going to go sit in and take a bath and put on music. And then, so it's just some songs and stuff. And then a damn commercial came on because I had Pandora on the TV. And the commercial was for a grocery store. It's national, but I know there's a lot of them in Washington State. So I don't know if every state has it. But it's called Fred Meyer's. And it is in association with Kroger. And so I know Kroger's is like down south and stuff. Anyways, in this fucking commercial, it said fresh like 20 times. At least 20 times. In one damn commercial for like 60 seconds or something. Fresh. Oh, it's fresh, fresh, fresh. I was like, what the fuck? And I would like to think, oh, it's just a coincidence. It's just a coincidence that every other fucking commercial on YouTube is, and Hulu, is freaking fresh. And they keep showing it like wrapped in a package with a nice big gold star on it. Fresh. It's fresh. Fresh. Who cares what it's made of? It's fresh. So it was like, oh my God, there's no fucking accident. That is not a coincidence that this grocery store, corporation grocery store, would be pushing an agenda, a narrative. And they've always got this agenda, narrative going on. And when you keep seeing through the illusion, like you see it, it's so clear. Like as soon as I heard that, it wasn't like it said it one time. I mean, every 5 seconds, it was fresh. I was like, oh my God, how many times are you going to say fresh? Because the only time I've heard fresh in the past 2 weeks has been that damn commercial. So for Fresh the show, and I'm sure, you know what that is. So, yeah, I just was like, oh my God, you can't, there's nothing. There's like no entertainment. It's all just a distraction. And once you start seeing through it, you just start seeing it's just so much propaganda. It's so much just mind influence. And it's, oh my God, it's just so sick. And so I was like, to my friend in Australia who's telling me, you just gotta, not worry about it. We're in the 3D. You just gotta, enjoy, make the best of it. And, I know that's true. And normally, my way of making the best of it is cooking or putting on music and dancing and stuff like that. Because I don't want to go out and hang out with people. I've already seen what this area is like. I already know I'm like a outcast out here. And so, I don't have any reason to want to go out and socialize. And then, and then plus it's a time of chaos. And they are, you can go into a place and they use aerosols. There's all sorts of stuff they're doing to make people sick. And, it's a dangerous time to be going out and thinking like, oh, it's no big deal. And I'm going to go Monday and have coffee or something with my friend. And she's the one that has a little farm. And I don't know, people think I'm just a hermit. I kind of am. But it's temporary. I know this isn't our forever, I know this is a transition. And all of this stuff that is so clear to me is going to become clear to others. And as much as it turns my stomach, it's going to begin to turn everybody else's stomach, because it is so nefarious. Like, oh my God, the way that they manipulate our mind, the way that they push stuff, and the way they use music, and all of the frequency stuff. I've been hearing so much frequency stuff. And so, I don't know, there's a lot of stuff going. And I think, it just shows that we're getting closer to, going the other direction, not going in favor of the dark and start going in favor of the light. And, it is still like that ship in the water that does have to turn, and it is a very slow turn. And, who would have ever thought that we would be going this long with all of these lies and an illusion and saying, I mean, who is in charge, the whole thing. I mean, oh my gosh, especially for how big the win was. I mean, that is, 3/4 of Americans know what the hell's going on. Like, and they just continue to play their game. And I keep seeing more and more stuff with the bank, but I've been seeing it for so long, and they are crashing. So much is coming out with the stuff with Big Pharma and medical and all of this stuff. Even with my brother, I guess they finished doing tests except for a biopsy. And it is exactly what I said. They were just like, well, they've narrowed it down. They say, well, we think it's a tumor in there, but we'd have to go in and do a biopsy. But we think you have a very slow growing brain tumor that possibly started from a blood clot or something like that. And, but, I mean, anybody who is not listening to mainstream and is, got their feelers out and is paying attention knows what the hell is in there, because it's happening to a whole bunch of people. And, the doctors who are lying and playing along, that's all going to be exposed. Don't forget about the, what was it? I can't think of the name of it now. It was the trials after World War II. And the people who were supposedly held accountable, except for a lot of them, they just gave them jobs here in America. They're like, oh, we got a program. We'll give you a new identity. Yeah, this friggin'. Anyways, in those trials, it was like journalists and lawyers and doctors and stuff and teachers. And there's so much stuff coming out about these teachers. I guess my mom was telling me yesterday, even Buttigieg or whatever, his husband, and they adopted twins, I believe. And there's some weird stuff that goes on with these people in order to enter into these groups. And it has to do with kids and ceremonies and stuff, man. But his fella was, had one of those camps. He has one of those kid camps so they can come and learn about their sexuality. And there was one, my mom said that she saw, I think it was a clip or something. I don't know, she was telling me so much stuff. I was just like, oh my gosh, this is like too much for my brain. Because I know it's all, it's all traumatic stuff. And, but we can't just pay attention to every single person's trauma. But this footage was some woman sitting there telling 3-year-olds how to masturbate and make themselves feel good. I'm pretty sure it's a natural thing they can figure out on their own. They don't really need instruction, deciding for them what is sexual, sensual, whatever. It's like, this is, and people accept that. They send them to these places. I mean, this guy was even running for governor or something. Like, what the fuck? I was just watching an old movie too. And it was this whole drama story. It was like a Lifetime movie with Tracy Gold. So it was like it's a total drama. But there was a part where the older sister had given up her whole life to be there to take care of this sick mom. She had all of these college acceptance letters. I mean, it was a big deal if you got into college. Not many did. And so she had all these letters, but she still chose to stay home and take care of her mom. And the mom left her a life insurance policy to pay her back, and it was $10,000. Think about that, because this girl could not believe, she could not be that selfish to take that much money. That was just insane to take that much money. She's got to share it. She can't do that. She acted like that money was $1 million. And that was just back, I think it was probably like the 80s or something. Like how much they keep on doing this inflation is getting people to lose perspective on what is a lot of money. Now we could hear, $100,000 in a life insurance policy and people are like, oh, that's nothing. You try 750,000 to $1 million maybe. People wouldn't be all excited over $10,000. I don't even think you could take the poorest person and, that would give them, 2 months? 2 months of living a decent way, having a room or something. It's like they have completely, bankrupted people morally. They've bankrupted people emotionally. It's just, there's just so much toxicity around us, and it's all, it has to come to the surface. We have to allow it to purge out and stuff. But oh my gosh, it's disgusting to see. Like when you are completely awake, I don't have something that's binding me to this 3D kind of cage, this existence, because I don't see myself through their eyes anymore. And as much as I can, I keep breaking free, changing over products and trying to be hyper aware and pass the word so other people understand what's going on. I mean, just like there's so many people who think that because if they don't have this, that they're safe. It's like, dude, you are not safe. You really think, like, they knew that wasn't going to be everybody? You think that they didn't have plan B, C, D, and E? You think it's not coming in our water, our air? It was coming in the freaking, there was already people talking about the chemtrails way before 2020. So, this stuff has been going on. They have been, systematically poisoning us for a very, very long time. And they want more and more control of our food, and they want more and more of us to accept, well, if it's fresh, I could eat that if it's fresh, you know, and they're putting it into stuff and calling it vegan and stuff, you know. They, so anyways, you know, again, it's up to everybody to, you know, turn on their little spidey senses. To me, the reason I can see through it is just, you know, my connection to the other side. It's, you know, when they're always showing me, and I can trust what they show me, because they show me I can trust them, and they show me and they tell me things. And so, you know, I completely know what's, you know, to me, I understand what's going on. I'm not trying to convince anybody else, like, oh, listen to me, because the thing you need to do is listen to yourself. You need to tune in, but you also need to expand your library and your reference, you know, and you need to connect with all that's out there. And then to understand your connection and understand your vibration and how important that is to who and what you're connecting to. So, you know, there's a whole world of spirituality, you know, and they're, you know, kind of robbing us of this, you know, they're making it into a slogan or something, like it's, and it's, you know, it's a serious thing. When you want to be spiritual, it's a serious path of growth and enlightenment, and, you know, releasing your pain and suffering, and disconnecting from what isn't important and understanding what is. So it's a huge process about growth and evolving, expanding yourself. And that's why I think I can see through this stuff. I mean, it's just, it's an awareness. So, and but it's a hard life, you know, when you get seeing through stuff, because like, even if I could go out and, you know, go walk around the lake or something, even though it's totally shitty and cold out nonstop, but go out there and walk around, you know, and be away, and then come back. And if you turn on anything to look for any kind of entertainment, especially when you're living alone, you know, I mean, I turn the TV on or music on all the time. I can't, my daughter's like, well, too bad you can't read, but I can't read anymore. I mean, my eyes are too horrible. I can't read at all. It's hard to read a damn text. So, yeah, I don't. Oh, and somebody sent me some long comment. I was like, well, somebody else can read it. I was way too much reading, you know, and it's that person's opinion. They're sharing it. So, you know, let them have their opinion. Everybody, you know, we all have our own. We should all be connecting and, you know, understanding our own connection, and it will give you your own insights. I'm not telling anybody to just, oh, listen to me, trust me with your life and stuff. I get it. Why, you know, the stuff I talk about sounds crazy. But I do know that this time is all about your opportunity to heal. And this stuff about ascension and reincarnation and all that stuff. It's just, you know, do your own research, expand your own thinking, and you will find your own truth. So I'll talk to you later. Bye.